Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I am thrilled that you are here with me. And today I realized when I was posting yesterday's podcast that I had already done an episode where I talked about you being the star of your movie, you being the actor, the main character, whatever you want to call it, but the actor in Neville Goddard's The Four Mighty Ones. And so when I was posting it, I decided to go ahead and just leave it because I think I say different things in those two episodes, even though they're on the same topic and they have the same idea and the same outcome. So I'm going to leave both of them up there. But I needed to go back and do an episode on the writer, which Neville Goddard puts as the second mighty one. I don't know if the order of these really matter because you're all of them, right? You're all four of them at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and read. This is from Seed Time and Harvest. It's chapter 2. I'm going to read about what he says about the author. The dramatization of the theme is left to the originality of the second mighty one, the author. In dramatizing the theme, the author writes only the last scene of the play, but in this scene he writes in detail. The scene must dramatize the wish fulfilled. He mentally constructs as lifelike a scene as possible of what he would experience had he realized his wish. When the scene is clearly visualized, the author's work is done. So you're creating the last scene of the play, the wish fulfilled. I mean, and you can have many, many, many last scenes because you can have many, many wishes. But this last scene is what kind of encapsulates your wish fulfilled, how you know that you got your desire. And the answer to that is can be pretty simple sometimes. Like, so if you're manifesting a specific person, are you in the type of relationship that you want to be in with your specific person? And if you're manifesting, $1 million, do you have $1 million in your bank? If you're manifesting something that is less clear, then you go ahead and decide the details of that, right? So as the writer, what your job is to write those details, whether that's writing in terms of visualizing your scene in your head, whether that's physically writing in a script, so scripting, or even coming up with an affirmation that encapsulates what your wish fulfilled is. Remember, the technique or what you do to focus doesn't matter. You can do many different things to focus on your wish fulfilled. And you can use all of those things I just said. You can visualize. You can have an inner conversation. You can do affirmations. You can script. It doesn't matter what technique you use or if you even use a technique at all, as long as you're focusing on your wish fulfilled and really saturating your mind in the wish fulfilled. That's what you need to do. That is your job as all of these things, right? But your job as the writer is to get those details of what you want. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? I mean, as long as you know it's exactly what you want, that's what matters. And then remember, you're selecting all of the time. So all of the time you're selecting, and you can always change your mind. So if you do change your mind, you just select again. You create a new scene. And you either pick an affirmation, or you script it, or you visualize it, or you do an inner conversation, or you do some combination of that, or you make a decision to live it some other way. Whatever you feel like is best, whatever way of focusing that you have that you want to use, all of them work. And then you pick the one that you're most excited about. You pick the one that you enjoy the most. You can change it up. You don't even have to do. You can do all of them or none of them, and as long as you're focusing on what you want. But just to go back to what I was talking about earlier, the writer, the author is really coming up with the meat of the scene that is you're focusing on, the desire, and really filling in the details around that. So I hope that makes sense to you. I intend that it does. I will visualize and affirm that it does. And may you manifest exactly what you want. Thank you so much for listening.